Let's go back to live site, see how that looks.
Daniel Paulnock has over 20 years of industry experience in communications media. In his early days of employment, you could hear his voice over the radio in New York City. Later, he traveled the world working for major technology corporations.
Tell her how much you wanted to read. She doesn't know where you wanted to start to stop.
Prior to his industry experiences, Daniel began his career teaching a speech communications class in the Boston Public Schools. Now, he's returned to his roots in public education, teaching at St. Paul College.
Go ahead and you can put some of your own words in it, you know, so you can, that'll help you, express
All it took was just that one class where I was back in the classroom. And also seeing the kinds of students that I was able to teach, combining not only my academic background, but also my practical background that I had gained over those 20 years in the business world.
Okay, action.
Just was the ticket that I needed to feel as though I was contributing to society, maybe a bit more than being director of worldwide marketing for a major corporation. All right, very good job with that, Francis, very good job.
Shay Pruitt is a student in Daniel's class exploring theater arts.
We started off doing like a lot of improv, you know, to get us all comfortable with each other and acting, because I'm very shy, so that helped me a lot.
To try to bring to life in a theatrical event.
He's got a broad experience base in the communications area, and I think knowing what is important in his field has really helped him to bring that into the classroom. Dan does quite a bit of assessment of student learning, and if you see the before pictures as compared to the after pictures at the end of the semester, you really notice a confidence in students that's going to be important in their careers regardless of what they're going to pursue.
At any time. That's what you're going to say when we get to that point, okay?
Daniel embraces the use of technology in his classroom. He helped design this new video production studio for the college community.
A couple too many what-to-dos in there, and it didn't correspond with your fingers, okay?
If you learn these steps,
okay.
You can talk anywhere.
You got it. Now, here we go.
He also teaches online using video and other tools to reach students with different levels of familiarity with technology.
When it comes to technology, people oftentimes explain to me that, well, I just don't understand it, quote, unquote. It takes some practice, it takes some understanding. But my grandfather always told me, he said, if you see that human over there doing a job that they've learned, that means you can learn it too.
Daniel brings his online students together from around the world using his own website and eFolio, Minnesota.
In our online classes, it is not unusual to find students who are not necessarily from Minnesota. This one student was working over a satellite cell phone in his barracks in Iraq. I have students today who are in those online classes from Texas, from California. That's the only question we ask. Are you here to work on a presentation?
Daniel also serves on various college and system level committees.
He's very heavily involved in the committees on campus. He's very heavily involved in our accreditation kinds of efforts, and understanding that broad perspective, I think, both from his background and what we do at the college, I think just has a powerful impact on the students.
Many of Daniel's students are recent immigrants to the United States.
And when I look into the eyes of someone who is sitting there and has told us about escaping a coup d'etat with their families and sitting at the border in the middle of the night with a machine gun pointed at their head, explaining to students in public speaking class that getting up in front of the room to speak shouldn't be a fearful situation. Once you've looked a machine gun dead in the eyes in the middle of the night, you know you can handle public speaking. Hear a story like that and it puts things into perspective. That's part of what has me here today.